I can hear you now.
How's practice today?
Practice was good. Guys were flying around, paying attention to detail as far as stuff like that. And, the coaches are doing a great job of explaining the plays and stuff like that, making sure the tempo is up so we'll be ready for game day.
You think you guys are ready to play a game this week?
Is it still on your phone? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hey, JJ, can you ask that question one more time? Sorry.
Can you hear me now, Spencer?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay. You think you guys are ready to play a game this week?
Yeah, I really believe my guys. We're taking the steps that we need to, and we're pushing the tempo. We're constantly conditioning. We're getting live reps. Full speed to contact, working on the fundamentals and stuff like that in order for us to be ready for the game. But I really do believe we're ready to play.
All right, Spencer, I'm going to let some other guys ask some questions. Thanks.
Thank you.
Spencer, what are the emotions like of a game week finally being here with all that went on this offseason?
The emotion is through the roof. We're just grateful to have the opportunity to play because, a lot of teams got that chance taken away from them. And so we're just going to make the best of our opportunity. We got some great coaches on the staff that are giving us what we need to, giving us the right material that we need to learn and stuff like that. And they're on us on top of our stuff, making sure we're doing everything that we need to do in order to be ready for the game. So I believe we're in great spirits right now.
Did you ever doubt whether you'd get to this point or if you guys would have a season?
Doubt? I mean, yeah, a little bit as far as with the whole COVID and stuff like that, because I've seen a lot of conferences were getting shut down and stuff like that. But as far as like our program, we did everything that we needed to do in order to be able to play, and I'm glad that we didn't get shut down, and I'm glad that we're having this opportunity to play.
What's the biggest difference from this game week to like a game week last year because of all that stuff you talked about with the COVID and the precautions you guys have to take?
This game week, I mean, game day is game day at the end of the day, regardless of whether it's COVID or no COVID. You're still going out there to play the game that you love to play, and you're going to take it seriously, whether it be with the COVID or without. Yeah, there's more precautions you have to take, but at the end of the day, you're still playing the game of football. And so we're just going to go out there and give it our all.
Is it a challenge to go through all these different rounds of testing and to make the scheduling work with all that?
Yes, as far as like the scheduling, our staff has been great, making sure everybody's scheduled with their testing and stuff like that, taking the right safety precautions. But it can, it can get difficult. But at the end of the day, if you love the game, you're gonna do whatever what's necessary in order to play. And so we're just gonna keep doing it and hopefully stay course in the season.
It sounds like even your just like day-to-day practices might get adjusted based on maybe some guys not being available. I know Coach said last week you like switched to a walkthrough on Thursday. Is it tough to continue to prepare towards the season when things like that are happening, or how does that impact you guys?
Coach always coaches a next man mentality. So whether their player is out or not, we wish them, good health. We hope that their situation improves or whatever health conditions or whatever testing that may be going on. Stuff like that. So if those guys are out, the next man up mentality basically means whoever's behind them is gonna have to step up and make a play. They're gonna have to step up, do the job just as the first person or whoever the position was in front of him did. And so you just have a job to uphill.
Good morning, Spencer. Hey, after all the different things you've had to go through this offseason, all the testing, all the just bizarreness of it, when you guys finally get to take the field this Saturday, what do you think the emotions are going to be like? We're here, we're playing a football game.
We're going to love it. I mean, guys are going to be flying around. Everybody's going to be juiced up, yelling, screaming, and pads going to be cracking. People usually go on survival of the fittest. Whoever can last the longest, that's who's going to win. Whoever can survive that one play more than the other team. And I believe that my guys, we're ready to play.
You played Texas State before. What kind of makes this, San Marcos is so close and proximate to San Antonio. What kind of makes this I-35 rivalry? It's young but special.
Especially because those guys are right down the road. You know what I'm saying? In this programs that are upcoming, and so the programs both have some. I wouldn't say something to prove, but it's a little chip on the shoulder. And so those guys can't play. As you saw the game against, I think SMU kind of took them for granted. Later on the game, started picking up, but Texas State came to play last week, and those guys were flying around. And I believe that when we get on the field, we're gonna be flying around just as fast, if not faster. So that's how, and that's why I think the rivalry's so big, because they're close, plus the chip on the shoulder. So we know how that feels, and so we're just gonna come to play.
In your scout of Texas State, from what you saw last week, what kind of challenges do they pose for your unit?
My unit, we're focusing on movement. They did a lot of twits and stuff, and you would think first game, they're gonna hold off on the twists, the stunts, the blitzes. They came out punching with them. So right now we're working on blocking movement, doing anything we can, making sure we have the right calls to pick up and identify backers and stuff such as that. And so our coach has done a great job of being detailed, and so we're just gonna have to go out there and execute.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Spencer, do you feel like your offense as a team has a firm grasp of the scheme and the playbook and everything you need to know entering this week?
Yes, everybody's bought in, and so everybody's buying into the system daily. And I believe as far as the more we go on, the easier the playbook is getting. At this point, I believe a lot of guys that took the time in order to actually break down the basic and the fundamentals of the plays in order for us to be successful. But I believe we got the playbook down, but I believe as far as we go on, it's just going to become more and more smooth and just going to become more fluent, and it's going to run more easy.
Coach made it sound like you're going to kind of keep it more simple at first and maybe not run as much stuff. How many different formations and things are you in, or is it kind of compact where you can grasp it more easily in week one?
As far as formations, I mean, it's still the scheme of the play. So regardless of the formation, the scheme and the play that is ran, we're just gonna have to execute the blocks and stuff like that. Execute routes, execute the throws, look down checks, and stuff like that. Gapping units and stuff. As far as that, that's how we're gonna be successful.
How about for you individually, going through camp and practice now at tackle? How have you felt about your play and what you're bringing to the table?
I'm gonna just try to get the guys all I got. Moving from guard to tackle it's pretty fun, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. Thank God for the opportunity to be versatile and allow me to not allow me to go from guard to tackle. And like I said, I'm gonna do whatever I can in order to help the team. And so wherever they have me play, I'm gonna try to exceed and do whatever the best I can.
Coach Traylor talks a lot about your potential at the position and your ability to develop. What does it mean to you to hear that he thinks that you have a lot of potential? How do you view that?
Potential is just a nice – I would say potential is just like he says, it's a nice way of saying what you're not, and I believe that with all my heart. And so when he says I have potential, I have the potential to be something great, or I have the potential to do this. But basically he's saying you still have some stuff you need to work on. That's how I see it in my head. And so that's how I'm going to take it. I'm going to do extra reps after practice if I had to, as far as fundamentals, make sure I'm getting the basics down, making sure I'm doing everything right in order to be what that potential is or what that potential wants me to be. I'm going to try to reach and strive for that goal and keep pressing and just doing all the extra things and intangibles I need to in order to become that player that they need me to be.
How do you set your goals or expectations for yourself then with all that stuff in mind?
I try to set my expectations high. With a high expectation, it comes a lot of responsibility. And so I'm trying to be as focused as I need to as possible, make sure I have everything down packed, make sure my guys are good, make sure everybody's straight. And that's my expectation, to be the best that we could possibly be.
Last thing I want to ask you about is, since you're Mccormick, he's coming back after obviously a big season last year. Just what have you seen from him so far, or what do you expect from him this year?
He's a dude, man. Sincere is a great guy. He's learning the offense. He's buying into the system, and he's making cuts. Just playing football, just doing what Sincere does. He's a playmaker, and I'm just glad to see him flying around the ball and him happy doing what he does. It makes me happy to see him happy. And so if he's balling out, I know that we're going to be successful and the team's success. So he's a good dude.